We have an amazing guest joining us right now. She's an award-winning cookbook author and the host of Top Chef.
That's right. Padma Lakshmi has a new show now called Taste the Nation, where she crisscrosses the country exploring the diverse food culture of different immigrant groups here in the United States. There she is, joining us from her home. Padma, thanks for being with us. And I know you have been, like the rest of us, in quarantine for the past few months with your 10-year-old daughter. I know you've been working on homeschooling, but we hear she's been schooling you on TikTok.
Yes, she has. First of all, thank you for having me on. Good morning. You know, we've been hunkering down. I've actually loved the unstructured time with my daughter, but online schooling has been the bane of my existence. And she's also teaching me how to do TikTok dances. And I never thought I was so uncoordinated, but you feel like a big old dork, I have to say.
They do make you feel like that. Your mom is featured on your new show, Taste the Nation. Did your mom teach you how to cook when you were younger, and are you teaching your daughter as well?
She did teach me how to cook. My mom was a single parent in New York City. She was a nurse, and she was famous in our family for being able to whip something up in half an hour or less with whatever she had. And she taught me how to do that, and I'm so grateful. My grandmothers and my aunts in India also taught me how to cook, and I am passing that down to my daughter, Krishna, now.
Well, that's awesome. We're going to take a look at a clip from the episode with you and your mom. Let's check it out.
Just buy 3, I'll make a salad.
No, please don't make it. I was forced to eat it when I was little. I don't want to eat it anymore.
No, it is very good with the capsicum and this with lemon salad.
Allow me to introduce my mother, Padma Lakshmi. She's my rock, and for a lot of my childhood, it was just me and her. My love for food and cooking begins with Mom, Amma, my first teacher.
Love those emotional moments, and especially it's something that a lot of people can relate to, cooking and shopping with their parents. But Padma, I just want to bring this up. One of the reasons why we love you so much is because you bring us food to eat while we're here in the studio. So what we have here is something from Pongal Restaurant here in New York City, and I'm going to ask you what we're tasting, but more importantly, how do I actually attack this plate right in front of me?
Okay.
Like, do I go after it like a burrito?
Okay, first... No, I mean, you can, but first of all, I want to thank Pongal for opening their restaurant so early in the morning and preparing these dishes. This is a traditional South Indian rice flour and lentil flour crepe. So just break off a piece like you would a piece of tortilla. Pretend you're eating fajitas, okay? So take that crepe, take a good piece of it, and then use that almost like a vehicle to capture some of that chutney. You have, I believe, tomato chutney and coconut chutney, and you also have sambar, which is a lentil soup, and you also have potatoes, which are lightly spiced with turmeric and mustard seeds. So all these accompaniments are meant to be just grabbed, tear off a piece and grab it and eat it.
Well, this is the news, so they don't allow us to use our hands. We have to have silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Too late for that.
This is amazing. This is amazing, Padma. I mean, wow. It's also interesting in your show, you are trying to answer the question, what exactly is American food? What did you find out? Because I actually am very curious to hear what it is.
Sure. I mean, the whole reason for doing the show is because, you know, this brand, like, or this concept of being a real American or having real American food gets bandied about. And often the communities that I cover don't get to tell their own story. I think American food is an evolving, organic thing that is shaped and formed constantly and refreshed by waves of generations of immigrants from Asia, from Latin America, from Europe and Africa. And I think that's actually what makes America really cool. And I just wanted to feature all these places and communities that are right here in America that have a lot of stories to tell and a lot to contribute to our national identity and culture.
And Padma, as you traveled across the country, what was some of the things that surprised you the most while you were shooting the show?
So much surprised me. Like, you know, 100 years ago, there were 2 functioning, very successful German newspapers in Milwaukee. In fact, the Milwaukee public school system had a program where you could put your kids through all German medium schools. And then the First and Second World War happened, and they hid that identity, and they hid it so well that now a lot of German things are actually considered, you know, real American food. Hot dogs, beer, bratwurst, all that stuff is actually German. I also ate pack rat, which it was not something I had any familiarity with, obviously. Yeah, I mean, that day at work was a really scary one. I was kind of getting my, you know, gumption up to do it, but I wanted to be a good guest. I was on the San Carlos reservation. I foraged for wild onions. My whole lunch was made with what I caught that day on that land. Obviously, I didn't catch the pack rat because that's just one too, you know, many steps for me personally. But Twyla, the seed carrier who's with me there, showing me around, is an amazing human being. She's cataloging all this information that Native Americans have passed down for generations orally.
Well, you know, you're a great guest for us here on GMA, and we're always happy to talk to you, Padma. We really appreciate it. And good luck with the show. And say hello to your mom for us.
I will indeed. I want to tell everybody that Hulu has agreed to give the Gullah Geechee episode for free on YouTube. So even if you don't have Hulu, you can watch that. The Gullah Geechee community is from South Carolina, and they represent some of the African Americans who have made so many great contributions to our culinary scene in America. So please watch that.
No doubt. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
episodes of Taste the Nation premiere Thursday on Hulu.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.